Today, we are trying to understand what narration is. The first step we have already taken. In my lecture about sequence of tenses. If there is past in the first sentence, there will be past in the second class. If in the second class you are using will, shall, you will change them in would, is, was. All present helping verbs will change into past. Third rule was that if both the parts, both the clauses are in past indefinite, one thing, one event happens before the other. In this case, the second clause would go to past perfect. These three rules are the base of sequence of tenses, and we are going to use them in narration. Narration means to tell, बताना, सुनाना, narration. And in English, this business of telling is conveyed in two ways. One is direct, the second is indirect. Let us take the first sentence. He said to me, I am going to buy this car today. I am going to buy this car today. Just see where we have made a change. Told that he was there. He told me that he was going to buy that car that day. Today, that day. Yesterday, the previous day. Tomorrow, the next day. These are time signals which you are to change. The basic principle is that the near signal will go to far signal. This into that. These into those. Ago into before. Here is the list. Now, then. Tomorrow, the next day. Yesterday, the day before. Lahan, the and before. These, those. Let us see. in examples. He said, the sun is setting. The sun is setting. He said that the sun was setting. We are not changing said into tell because there is no one to listen. When the listener is not there, we don't change said. It will remain, and the sun is setting. Is will go to was. He said that the sun was setting. This is the change we are making. That comes in place of inverted comma, and is sitting becomes was sitting. Third example. You said to him, the sun is larger than the moon. You told him, the listener is there. Now you can use tell in place of said. He said to him, the sun is larger than the moon. It is a universal truth. And the rule is that when there is a universal truth, moral, legal, geographical, then you are not to change its word. Here, he told him that the sun is larger than the moon. There is past outside and there is inside. We have changed only tell in place of say. Said, told. The sun is larger than the moon. No change. It is a universal truth. Honesty is the best policy. 2 and 2 make 4. 2 and 2 make 4. Mathematical truth. That was scientific. Fourth example. The teacher said to the student, you were more hard-working than you are. The rule is that in the second class, is used then as conjunction. तो क्या होगा? The teacher said to the student, you were more hardworking than you are. The teacher told the student that he was. For you, we wrote were. And you has changed into he. So we have changed were into was. More hardworking than he is. Now just see. Then he is. Then के बाद जो भी टेंस आएगा वो बदलेगा नहीं. This is the next rule. Fifth example. She said to me, she will marry her cousin. She told me that she would marry her cousin. Okay? There is only one change. Will has taken the place. given the place to wood, she told me that she would marry her cousin. You say Akram had gone home. When there is present or future outside, you will make no change in tense. They will remain as they are. He will say, Aslam has succeeded in his mission. तो तुम क्या करोगे? He will say, Akram has succeeded in his mission. No change. Second, you said to me, you will say. Third, you say Akram had gone home. No change. If the main clause, the principal clause, is in present or future, you are not to make any change in the subordinate clause. Eighth, you said to me, they went abroad. Past indefinite, first class, and they went abroad, subordinate class. The rule is, if both the clauses are in past indefinite, then what has happened first will go to past perfect. Akram had succeeded in his mission. You see the point? He said to me, they went abroad. तो हम went का क्या बनाएंगे? Said आ गया. Say और will में बात साफ हो गई. On the principal clause in present or future, there will be no change in the second clause, inside clause. You said to me, they went abroad. मुल्क से बाहर. So they went abroad, had gone abroad. Past perfect. Now both the clauses are in the past indefinite. You are take the second clause to past perfect. It's here, had gone. I said to the servant, bring a glass of water to me. Here is imperative. The principle for imperative is that imperative changes into infinite. In infinite. You will use to before or here it is. Bring a glass of water to me. So I said to, I ordered to. सर्वेंट है, रिलेशन लिखें. सेट को बदलना है रिलेशन के मुताबिक, हर जगह टोल्ड नहीं. I ordered the servant to bring. To infinite. Imperative has changed. The son said to the father, please give me rupees 500. Imperative. How do you use it? Please inside. The son requested the father, respectfully, please, respectfully, lovingly, भाव है ना, दोनों तरह का सकते हैं, respectfully और lovingly. I said to you, what are you doing here? Question. Imperative will change into indefinite and question will change into positive. What is the order of words in interrogative? You use the first helping word before the subject. And we will change it into positive, bringing the helping word inside the class. Here it is. He said to you, what are you doing here? He asked you. You see, this is a question. Said this changes it to. ये question. He asked you what you are doing this there. He said, hurrah, I have won the match. This is exclamation. The said will change into he exclaimed with joy, hurrah. We are not to use hurrah. Any interjection. It changes into the feeling that is being conveyed. Here it is happiness. He exclaimed with joy that he had won the match. Okay? Exclaimed. Imperative changes into infinite. Imperative में बाकी भी शामिल हैं. ऑर्डर है, रिक्वेस्ट है, वगैरह वगैरह, जो कुछ इंपेरेटिव में तुमने पढ़ा. He said to you, I have won the match. He exclaimed with joy that he had won the match. 12th. Well, the 11th example, he said, hurrah, I have won the match. So you are not to use interjections. In their place, you will write the words which convey the sense, the feeling, the ideas. He said, hurrah. Hurrah conveys joy, happiness. So, you will say, he exclaimed with joy that he had won the match. Just see the change? Said, exclaimed. Hurrah, drop. With joy. In place of hurrah, it is with joy. He has, I have, he had won the match. And then, example 12, she said to me, they went 3 days ago. They went 3 days ago. The rule from sequence, which you have already studied, says that when the principal clause is in the past indefinite, the subordinate clause will go from past indefinite to past perfect. Here it is. She said to me, she told me that they went ki gaye, had gone. Had gone. 3 days ago will be replaced by before. Here is a list. These are near signals and these are far signals. This, that, here, there, ago, before, now, then. Yesterday, the day before, tomorrow, the next day. Yesterday, the day before, last, the day before. These, those. Well, that is your direct and indirect. You have give more attention to imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences. Student generally commits errors in these sentences. Next comes the sequence of tense. You have already gone through that. He said that he was going to. He said that he was going to. He said that he had been going to. Okay? Now look at this triangle. Tell, listen, absent. You tell. 1, 2, 3. 1 tells 2 that 3 was absent that day. That completes the triangle. The persons used outside the inverted comma may be 2, maybe 3. And you have to arrange them as I have already told you. 1, 2, 3, wrong. What is the correct order of words? You, he, and I. Second, third, and first. And when you are talking of something illegal, immoral, for instance, we are talking of theft, you will write first person first and third person after first person and second person last of all. I, he, and you have made a mess of this whole problem. have stolen these mangoes, these books. No interrogative, no imperative, no exclamation. I repeat it. You have to change them. Interrogative into positive, imperative into infinite, exclamation into the feeling that you convey, and dropping the interjection word. I think that's all. That's all for today.